In India, you know, there is demigod worship so prominent. Many people in India and all over the world, they like to worship demigods because of their material bondage, and they have material desires to be fulfilled, which can be easily fulfilled through such kind of worship. And we see that even in our scriptures, in the Vedas, such worship has been, given for those people who are interested in material enjoyment. So, as Prabhupada is mentioning that in the spiritual world, we are always under the internal potency of Krishna. But when a living entity desires to enjoy separately from Krishna, that time the living entity is given a chance to fulfill this tendency of separate enjoyment or independent enjoyment, or to become so-called controller by handing over that living entity to the external energy of Krishna. So in the external energy, we see that in the material world, three modes of material nature are very prominent: mode of goodness, sattvagun; mode of passion; and mode of ignorance, rajogun, sattvagun, and tamogun. So these are considered as binding shackles that bind a living entity. So the reason Vedas talk about different types of worships, even the demigods, worship has been given in the Vedas. The reason is because of a particular mode of material nature a living entity is situated in. Because, as devotees, when we try to talk to people in general, some persons accept whatever we say. They accept very easily. And some persons, they say it's impossible. Like following the four regulative principles, they say it's not possible. It's not for me, they say. Because they are so much still engrossed in the lower modes of material nature. So in the Vedas, it is said that mode of ignorance, tamogun, for the people in mode of ignorance, they are characterized by three categories, by three characteristics. Nidra, they like to sleep a lot. Alasya, that means they are very lazy. And pramad, that means they have madness. So they like to intoxicate. They like to take all types of intoxicants naturally because they are situated in the mode of ignorance. And such persons are given worship of Lord Shiva, Mother Durga. So, there are many Puranas like Matsya Puran, Skanda Puran, Shiv Puran, who talks about such worship where the worshippers of Shiva, they are allowed to drink intoxicants on a particular day. Sometimes you see, these Shivites, they smoke ganja, and they do all kind of these things because for such worship, this is allowed. And the idea is that slowly they will come out of ignorance and they will somehow come to the higher mode of material nature. From ignorance, they will be elevated. So we see, at the time of Advaita Acharya, before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Advaita Acharya saw that everyone became worshippers of Durga for material enjoyment. And he saw that everyone was completely engrossed in five types of M's. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described that worship of Mother Durga, that they were engrossed in Mura, means parched rice; Matsya means fish; Madira means liquor; Mas means meat; and Maithuna, sex. So everywhere Advaita Acharya saw that these people are so much entangled in worship of Durga, and no one was interested in higher knowledge about the personality of Godhead. So he ultimately decided that Krishna only can rectify this situation. So he was very seriously, he was roaring like a lion, and he was calling out the names of Krishna while he was worshipping Shaligram on the bank of Ganga. And he was calling out Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, calling out Krishna that you have to appear, only you can rectify the situation. So for the persons who are in the mode of passion, Rajogun, they are characterized by Sangha, that means attraction between man and woman, and Trishna means hankering for prestige and honor. So for such persons, you will find they are always after demigods, like Lord Brahma, or even sometimes Ganesha, Indra, or Varuna, Agni, Surya. So these people, even in today's purport, we see Srila Prabhupada is mentioning Hiranyakashipu. He worshipped Brahma, right? And even Ravana, because they wanted to gain control. They wanted to acquire power so that they will gain prestige and honor. Ultimately, it was for their own sense gratification. And that's why we see many times demons, they go for demigod worship. And such worship is given in Brahmanda Puran, Ganesh Puran, there is Bhavishya Puran, which talks about such type of worship. For the persons in the mode of goodness, who are considered as elevated, those who are already in higher state of consciousness, they are characterized by jnanam, that means knowledge. So they are in knowledge. They know what is right, what is wrong, what should be done, what should not be done. And because of their advanced knowledge, they always act proper, and they are situated in the mode of goodness, sattva gun. And second characteristic is sukham. So because they have knowledge about Vishnu and his supremacy, because of that they are constantly satisfied, and on their face you see that they are always happy. So the characteristics of mode of goodness is sukham, that means happiness, and jnanam, that they are in knowledge. And such worship is given in Vishnu Puran, Garuda Puran, Padma Puran, and mostly these are the worshippers of Lakshmi Narayan or Sitaram, or Radha Krishna. So this worship is also given based on particular mentality of particular persons, just to elevate them. That's why in the first paragraph of today's purport, we see Prabhupada is mentioning that ultimately Vedas are trying to elevate the consciousness of a person according to the mode of material nature he is situated in. So particular person have been given particular type of worship. And in Bhagavad Gita, in 14 chapter 18th verse, Krishna says that Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha. Whoever is situated in the mode of goodness, they go to the higher planetary system. Madhye tishtanti rajasaha. Whoever is in the mode of passion, they stay, in the middle planetary system, on the earthly planets. Jaganya guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasaha. So those who are engaged in abominable mode of ignorance, they go down to the hellish planets. So we see that this based on a particular mode of material nature that we cultivate by our own activities, based on that we decide our future. So that is being told by Krishna.